This year, Ghana had one of its largest cohorts of athletes representing the country at the CARIFTA Games 2025. A total of 42 athletes represented the country, taking home 5 medals. This followed the Ministry of Education's decision, after years of consultations and research, to make some changes to the way school sports are conducted. The most noticeable part of this change was the shift in the schedule of school nationals from November to March. While this came with some reservations from stakeholders, for those in the realm of athletics, it was a change long overdue.
It took a lot of thought, and I think in terms of what some coaches have been saying over the years, this is something that should have happened a long time. We've gotten great support, particularly from those who are more in the coaching realm, more in the realm of preparing national teams and preparing athletes for further competition. They were more up for this sort of change.
So why the change? Generally, the format for school sports used to go like this. Schools carry out standard trials in early September, and then their inter-house competitions before the end of September. Then in October, depending on the number of schools in a region, schools carry out inter-school competitions within the region. In the more populated regions, schools would compete within districts, or small groups of schools, and then among those groups until a district team is created. Finally, our athletes would then represent their districts or regions at the nationals in November. However, this format had some issues.
One of the issues with that setup is that you have a number of competitions. Depending on the region, you can have the athlete competing 5 or 6 times. From the standard trials to the inter-house, to the inter-schools, and then to the regional selection competition. You can have maybe 5 competitions that they have to do in a very small space of time. And we also have the issue of them competing in a time where the entire world doesn't really do that much athletics. The international calendar for athletics is basically from about January to about August, September. After August, you wouldn't hear about many big meets being held in track and field. So we're really having our major schools competitions in the off season for the world. So those were some of the issues that we were facing, and we were also looking at how the rest of the Caribbean treated their schools competitions. And for the most part, we saw that they were using it as a stepping stone for their athletes becoming national athletes.
The new format was created to improve our school sports system by introducing new, more precise technology to better gauge the performance of our athletes, and to bring our schedule more in line with international competitions, so our athletes are in their peak physical condition when competing with other countries.
The major event internationally for school-age children would be the CARIFTA Games. And what other countries did was to align their national schools championships to make sure that they peak, they prepare athletes to be able to be in the best shape for the CARIFTA Games, which would give the country the best chance of competing, as well as allow for the athletes to be safe and to fit within the international system that they have for the preparation of athletes.
This was a welcome change for the experienced coaches who want to see their athletes perform at their very best.
It's a move that we've been trying a long time. I know the AAG, since way back, I'm on the AAG from since '95, and we've been talking about this, bringing it to this time.
To be truthful, I always think that that's the best time for our high school nationals.
As a coach, I've been lobbying for a long time. We in Guyana, we're the only country that competes at CARIFTA who's got their national school championship the year before. Everybody does their school championship in the Easter term closer to CARIFTA. I think it was a step in the right direction. It is very much too early for us to reap or see the benefits or the reward of making that switch. But trust me, once it's continue and once planned better, we're going to have more positive and better results come CARIFTA for years coming.
The nationals into the second term is a very good move by the ministry, and I hope it continues, and they work hand in hand with the Athletic Association of Guyana to broaden that kind of scope for the athletes.
Guyana making that switch, to my knowledge, or to my disposal, is a very, very, very good thing.
This is all part of the Ministry of Education's goal to develop school sports so that student athletes have even greater opportunities.
For me, getting our school's sport to that level where you can compare it to CARIFTA Games, especially at the technical aspects. So if someone from the Caribbean or from anywhere in the world were to come and look at our national schools championships and say, hey, this is high level, this is a high level meet that you're having here.
While this is a great start, there is also work to be done in the realm of shifting our cultural views towards athletics in schools.
But generally, we need to educate even parents, because a lot of parents are saying, I don't want my child to run this term because he or she have exam. But you want them to get a scholarship. When you go on that scholarship, you have to be a student athlete. And all the top athletes in the world that you're seeing, they were all student athletes, and they came out with their degree, their masters, and all these things. So we got to start to do program now to edify not only the athletes, but parents also.
Guyana is the new Jamaica of the Caribbean. A lot of coaches have their eyes on Guyanese athletes. It's an opportunity, children and parents, where your child can get a scholarship to Jamaica, to England, to Canada, to America, where they can get an education that's recognized worldwide. Guyana, as simple as it is from what we're doing here or other clubs, we've got now in excess of 50 athletes who are on scholarships in the States at different level in Jamaica. So people are going out. Every year we have 5-6 athletes going out on scholarships, so it is a reality.
And as I said, some parents, just don't believe that sports can take their children to a level, right? They just look at education-wise alone, but I can testify to that as a parent because my daughter did education and sports, and presently she's in a college in Louisiana. She's at Southern State University, and so far everything is good with her. So I will say to parents and teachers, there's opportunity for these young athletes, both male and female out there. Just work with them, give them the chance that they can pursue what they love, but getting a chance to study abroad and developing yourself on a scholarship, it's such a plus in your life and even can be in your family life.
There must be a shift in our culture.
My name is Rodell Green.
My name is Iba McNeil.
My name is Tiana Springer.
David Williams. Dua Europe.
Cecil McKenna.
Carlos.
Lania Glenn.
Sade Celia.
Angelo Smith.
Gemma Roberts. Marcus McGinn.
Adessa Albert.
Duquan Farah.
Gordon Thompson.
Kaden Prasad.
Kenneth Fraser.
Zamaya.
Angel Jeffrey.
And I am representing Guyana at the 2025 CARIFTA Games.